Elizabeth Borden took an axe and gave her mother 40 whacks. And when the job was nicely done, she gave her father 41. Yesterday in Old Fall River, Mr. Andrew Borden died, and he got his daughter Lizzie on a charge of homicide. Some folks say she didn't do it, and others say of course she did. But they all agree Miss Lizzie B was a problem kind of kid. 'Cause you can't chop your papa up in Massachusetts, not even if his plan is a surprise. A surprise! No, you can't chop your papa up in Massachusetts. You know how neighbors love to criticize. Got him on the sofa where he'd gone to take a snooze, and I hope he went to heaven 'cause he wasn't wearing shoes. Lizzie kinda rearranged him with a hatchet, so they say. Then she got her mother in that same old-fashioned way. But you can't chop your mama up in Massachusetts, not even if you're tired of her cuisine. Her cuisine, no, you can't chop your mama up in Massachusetts. They know it's almost sure to cause a scene. Well, they really kept her hopping on that busy afternoon, with both down and upstairs chopping while she hummed a ragtime tune. They really made her hustle, and when all was said and done, she'd removed her mother's bustle when she wasn't wearing one. Oh, you can't chop your mama up in Massachusetts and then blame all the damage on the mice. No, you can't chop your mama up in Massachusetts. That kind of thing just isn't very nice. Now, it wasn't done for pleasure, and it wasn't done for spite, and it wasn't done because the lady wasn't very bright. She'd always done the slightest thing that Mom and Papa bid. They said, "Lizzie, cut it out." So that's exactly what you did. And then get dressed and go out for a walk. No, you can't chop your papa up in Massachusetts. Massachusetts is a far cry from New York. No, you can't chop your papa up in Massachusetts. Shut the door and lock and latch it. Here comes Lizzie with a brand new hatchet. You can't chop your papa up in Massachusetts. Such a snob, I've heard it said. She met her pa and cut him dead. You can't chop your papa up in Massachusetts. Jump like a fish, jump like a porpoise. All join hands and habeas corpus. You can't chop your papa up in Massachusetts. Massachusetts is a far cry from New York.
Lizzie Borden took an axe and gave her mother 40 whacks. When she saw what she had done, she gave her father 40 whacks.
Sam. We've won.
Dinner will be ready soon. Why don't you make yourself comfortable?
Didn't you hear me? We're free. At last, we're really free.
Nothing to prepare a meal. Now that there are only the two of us.
Emma, sometimes I don't understand you.
Lizzie. I'm only going to ask you this once more. And then I shall never mention it again as long as I live. Did you kill Father?
Lizzie Borden took an axe and gave her mother 40 whacks. When she saw what she had done, she gave her father 41.
This is it. The infamous Lizzie Borden house. You have any idea what happened in there?
No, I'm in the dark on this one.
Well, let's just say that some brutal murders happened in there that would lend itself to being haunted.
Okay, all right.
I'm also freezing, so as scary as it is in there, let's get inside.
Let's go in.
You can't go in through the front anymore. You have to go in through the back. You ready for this? Shit. So apparently this room is haunted by children.
Go get a toy.
How about like a baby?
Yeah, baby's good.
Or a little...
Baby in a ball.
Baby in
Give
a-
that baby a basketball. Make the baby hold the basketball.
Are you PDing this? Holy shit. This week on BuzzFeed Unsolved, we investigate the Lizzie Borden house as part of our ongoing investigation into the question, are ghosts real? A house that had such a tragic murder inside of it, or should I say murders, should be haunted.
Yeah, but why is it only them? Why is someone who choked on a peanut doesn't get a ghost?
I don't know, that's not how things work.
Let's yuck it up then.
Okay, great. All right, let's get into it. On August 4th, 1892 in Fall River, Massachusetts, the bodies of Andrew and Abby Borden were found hacked to death in their home. Both of the Bordens were believed to be killed with a hatchet or an axe. Abby Borden had been axed 18 times, and Andrew Borden had been axed 11 times. Their bodies were found in different spots in the house. As far as evidence, only one thing concrete was found: a handleless hatchet in the basement that was clean of blood. Let's establish who lived in the house at the time. There was 32-year-old Lizzie Borden, her 41-year-old sister Emma Borden, her father Andrew Borden, her stepmother Abby Borden, her uncle John Morse, who was visiting from out of town, and the family maid Bridget Sullivan, who the family called Maggie. It's worth mentioning that Emma Borden was out of town at the time of the murders. So the woman who was murdered, she was the stepmother to the two daughters that lived with him.
You know, people don't like their stepmothers.
They don't.
I guess that's not fair to a large amount of stepmothers.
I mean, that's
I'm sure
like
there's a lot of
widely
ones.
perpetuated by the media, or like any movie you see the evil stepmother. There's never like, oh, my stepmother, she's a real doll.
So you think like 90% of people who have stepmothers are like, oh, my stepmother, I'd love to bury an axe in her face.
Now let's examine the timeline of the day of the murder, according to eyewitness testimony. At around 10:40 a.m., Andrew Borden takes a nap on the living room couch. At this time, Mrs. Borden was believed to be at the doctor's office. At about 10:50 to 10:55 a.m., Lizzie claims she is in the backyard barn. Maggie, the family maid, claimed to be taking a nap in her room upstairs. At around 11:15 a.m., Lizzie, in the backyard, reportedly heard a, quote, heavy fall and a subdued groaning, end quote. According to Lizzie, on her approach to the house, she noticed the screen door was now open and goes inside. Maggie, the maid, had not yet fallen asleep when she heard Lizzie Borden crying out, quote, come down quick, father's dead, somebody's come in and killed him, end quote. Maggie ran down the stairs to see the brutal murder scene of Andrew Borden laying across the couch. Maggie also noted that the distraught Lizzie Borden was wearing a blue, unstained dress. There was no sign of a struggle, as Mr. Borden was believed to be asleep when he was murdered. This is where it happened. So you walk down, I don't know if it was this staircase or the other staircase, but this is where she found Mr. Borden laying down.
Was it on this exact couch?
I don't know if it was this exact couch, but it sure as hell looks like the exact couch. I mean, look at the pictures over here.
Is that his head?
That was his head.
Good Lord.
Right after Shane speaks, our audio recorder catches a female voice possibly saying, help me.
Good Lord.
Is this the voice of Mrs. Borden?
Andrew, this look familiar?
Oh my God.
Yeah, is this...